Hello friends, Scott the Night Train Piper here, and this video is going to have two parts to it. The first part, I just want to give you an update on the GAW, kind of discuss that briefly, and then I'm going to relay a couple of things that have been going on. Okay. But before that, I wanted to let you know I'm smoking Granger in my sanctuary pipe. Got a bag of Granger, and I'm adding this to my GAW, so it's an even 10 tobaccos I'm sending out. 10 Conjure blends. Granger, half and half, Prince Albert, Carter Hall, and a host of others. All right, so I've watched a bunch of VRs, and a lot of people commented on my video to say I'm in. And I'm going to list all the VRs and all the folks that I have that are where I'm in on the comments. So please go through, and if you have made a VR and you're not listed, it means either it means I missed it. Just assume I missed it. And would you be so kind as to let me know that you did a VR, and I will go and look it up. All right. And if you still want to enter, didn't say I'm in on the other video, you can feel free to go ahead and add your name on that video, or where I originally started the GAW, or you can add, say I'm in here too. All right, that's it for the update. So, what's been going on? Well, today, I'm going to start today and work backwards. Today we replaced a couch. We worked on our spare room to make it more guest-friendly because we have our first guest coming for a while. It's my wife's brother, my brother-in-law. He's coming all the way from Prescott, Arizona. We hardly ever have a guest, so this is kind of exciting. He's just going to stay here one night. He's coming in tomorrow and staying overnight, then heading back to Arizona. So I'm looking forward to that. I like this Granger, by the way. It's this is from a brand new tub, so I don't know the history, you know, if it's one of the ones that has changed recently, like others, like many other Conjure blends. I don't know. But I find I like this. All right. So replace the couch, have a guest coming. Yesterday, and I'm tired. It's after midnight too. And I'm tired for more reasons than that. Yesterday I was set to pick up a friend at the airport. And the airport's about an hour drive from my house. So I spent my day down in the office, which is a half-hour drive. So, you know, only half hour from my office to the airport. His plane was supposed to arrive at 10, which is late. And I was giving him a ride home. He's not too terribly far from me, from where I live, like 20 minutes drive from me. So we're in touch, and he flew from somewhere else, small airport in Pennsylvania, and landed in O'Hare, Chicago. I think it's called O'Hare. And he was waiting to board the flight, and they had mechanical difficulties with the plane. So our maintenance or something was going on with the plane. And so they weren't going to take off for, I think this time said 11:30. It was when they were going to take off. So, or not 11:30 takeoff, but 11:30 arrival here. So when you count the 2-hour time difference, I'm in California. You know, all that means is that he was showing up an hour and a half later than I was going to pick him up. yeah, no problem. I can hang around. Then I get another text from him saying that they have canceled that flight, and oh my gosh, there's a big bug in here. And he's says now they're going to be arriving at 12 to 12:30 here. Slightly more problematic. It's a little later. So all this time I'm thinking, what is open that late after 10 around? Where can I go? What can I do all that time? Because I've still said I'll pick you up, man. And so then he texts me and says, okay, final time, it'll be 1 o'clock arrival, which means that you know, he has to get his baggage and then yada yada, you know, get off the plane, debark and all that. So I figure realistically I'm not picking him up till 1:30. And this is a smaller airport. It's not LAX. There's LAX is the really big one, Los Angeles airport. It's really far for me. But this was a smaller one that was pretty close, like an hour from me. LAX is 2 hours-ish, 2 hours plus. So, the long story that I've made this already. Long story short, I picked him up at 1:30 and didn't get back here till to my house after dropping him off at his house and get back here a little before 3 a.m. So, yeah. That was a tiring ordeal. I actually slept in my truck, so got some shut-eye. But I found out Krispy Kreme Donuts is open all night. They're open 24 hours. I found a Krispy Kreme, so I slept in their parking lot till about a little after midnight. And then I went through the drive-thru and picked myself up a big cup of coffee and some donut holes and drove to pick them up. So when I got home, finally, after dropping him off and everything at his house, I was kind of wired, so I didn't get to sleep right at 3 a.m. I don't think I got to sleep till 4 a.m. And then I got up, and my wife wanted me to, you know, she wanted to go get a couch. So, yeah, we did that, went down the hill, did some, down the hill, I call it. I live up on the mountain. All the big shopping is off the mountain. We have to drive down the hill. So, down the hill. And now I've been up past midnight, so I'm tired. I've always been a night owl. All right. So, I don't know what the point of that was, but there you go. All right, so I'm in the smoke shack right now. But I was out here, I want to say 3 days ago. And I heard a big sound outside, like a clump that was, you know, big enough that I knew it was a large animal. Big enough that I knew it was a large enough animal to be a bear. And it was a bear. And as usual, if I'm sitting in my smoke shack at night, the door is open. My big door is open to the outside. So I knew the bear was out there, and I'm in here with the door open. You know, I figure it's smelling my smoke and probably thinking, what's that? It smells good. I don't know. The bears come by here. I have a bird bath. They drink out of the bird bath sometimes, and they also root around for seeds. I put bird seed out for the birds in the daytime. I bring the feeders in at night because the bears destroy them otherwise to get at the seed. So being in here with the door open, I hear the big ruckus up there of him rooting around, and who knows, I don't know what he was trying to do, but I heard the ruckus. I got my flashlight I've got here and kind of peeked around the corner and looked up there and see what was going on. And there he is, and he's standing on this big mound of dirt that's up there at the top of these little stairs. So he's about 30 feet away. he sees me, and he sees the light, and he charges. Not even, didn't even wait. He just like, and just came at me. Now, so bears do what's called a false charge, and thankfully it was a false charge. But it's been a while since bear did that to me. I've had it happen before, and dang, I forgot how fast they can move. That sucker was moving. So I'm dodged back in the shed. The door to the house, you know, it's far enough away that I thought, okay, if he's really charging me, I'm not going to get away. I need to get in here and close the door. So I did. My heart's racing a little bit at this point, because I'm thinking, is this guy, what's wrong with this guy? You know, most bears, they see a person or they see a light, and they run off. So, you know, having grown up camping and had all kinds of encounters with wildlife and survived and slept outside with everything, bears and moose and what have you, running around. I'm not particularly afraid of them, but so I think, okay, I can chase this guy off. I can still chase this guy off. I can get rid of him. So I grab a broom that I have in here around the corner. He's still standing on the mound of dirt. He's back on the mound of dirt. So I chuck that broom at him. He charges the freaking broom. So I'm back in the shed, lickety split, closing the door, thinking of a new plan. I'm just stubborn. I can't help it. So, you know, I don't hear him out there. It was once again a false charge. He did go after, but the broom, you know, I thought, geez, if something lands next to him, he's gonna run. Especially a broom, you know, it's a metal broom. So I didn't hit him or anything. I don't think. I just threw it up there, and usually that's enough. So, this time I go out. I figure, okay, he didn't see me. The first time I shined the light at him, he just saw a light. That's all he saw. He didn't see it was a person. And I'm tall. I'm 6'1". So, and I'm big too. So broad. So, and the broom, I thought, okay, well, he just thought it was a threat, and maybe he decided to charge. So I'm going to go out there. I'm going to shine the light on me so he can see me. I'm going to make sure he can see me. And so I go out, shine the light on me, and I'm dancing around and yelling stuff. You know, not dancing, but, you know, just making myself look bigger. He charges again. So I said, well, screw this then. And I came back in. I closed the door of the shed. I latched it this time because I thought, holy cow, he saw me and still charged. So I'm sitting in here, and my heart is racing this time because I'm thinking, okay, he's either a diseased or he's rabid, or could be it's got cubs. And finally it occurred to me that maybe there's something he's out there he's defending. She is defending in this case. So, yeah, I close up. I was listening to YouTube videos. I was in the middle of a pipe. So I said, okay, screw this. I'm getting ready, and I'm just kind of waiting and listening out there and make sure that bear doesn't decide to wander down and stand outside the door or something. So, yeah, it went well. I went back in the house, but I went up and closed the windows around to make sure, because we have had bears come in the house if they smell food in there or something, you know. And who knows what's wrong with this guy, but anywho. So, I knew when I'd been beat, so I quit and went in the house. And, because I just can't let bears get the best of me, I went up there and I got my air horn. I have a boat horn. And that usually scares them away. So I went over to the window, which was closest to where I knew that bear was. And I gave a nice big honk, big blow. It was like, you know how loud those things are if you've ever heard them. I mean, it is loud. You hear it. Someone heard it all over the neighborhood. I'm sure the whole neighborhood heard it. And so I blew that horn out there, and I didn't hear any shuffling or anything like that. I didn't hear any bears moving, but I knew it, you know, I knew it heard it. So anyhow, bear hasn't been back. But somebody in the town, which is a couple miles away, recorded footage of a bear running along the street, and it looked an awful lot like my bear. So it was very dark brown and kind of big and gangly. So anyway, I think it's gone now. I think the air horn did it. So there you go. Thank you for indulging me in my little stories there. And this video has gone way too long. So I'll just say good luck on everyone who's entered the GAW. And again, let me know if you haven't seen, if I haven't seen your VR, you think, or if you're in, go ahead and comment on that. And I want to thank everybody for their participation. It's been great to hear everybody's take on what a contra blend is to them. You know, we don't differ on much, I don't think, after listening to a lot of the VRs. But I still like hearing the stories and hearing what people say about their granddad or their dad and other stuff. It's been really fun to listen to all that. So thank you guys. And that's it for me. I shall see you on Tuesday when my GAW is done. So that's the day, the last day of the GAW, and so I guess last day to do a VR. And I'll do the, I think I said it would be on through Tuesday. So I'll plan on doing the drawing on Wednesday. So good luck. I'll talk to you all later.